Aquarius, welcome to Fifth House Divination. My name's Kirsty. Thank you for stopping by. Today we're going to be having a look to see if we can answer a question for you for June 2021. So if you can think about something that you might want to know if it's going to happen in June, put it into a yes/no question. We'll see if we can get an answer for you. The reading will give us an answer and also a little bit of clarity about why the answer is what the answer is. Readings are general, guys, so please do just take them however they resonate for you in your situation. And not all readings are going to resonate with you. This might not pick up on your story. So if that happens, feel free to check out your moon or your rising sign. There may be something there for you. And also your Venus sign is good for matters of love, if that's what you're curious about. If you're not up to date with this month's reading, guys, I do upload 6 readings every month for each of the signs. 4 of them are particular for that month on different themes. And the other 2 are timeless messages, so they can be watched at any point in time. I will be linking the playlist to the end of the recording, and also you can kind of check it out on the main page on the channel. So that's the Aquarius playlist. If you're new, guys, it's an absolute pleasure to have you here. I hope you stay and enjoy and subscribe. It'd be a real pleasure to have you on board. So, right, as always, thank you ever so much for your likes, your subscribes, your shares, your comments. I'm still a very new and young channel. I've been absolutely blown away by your interest and your kindness. So it's an absolute pleasure to do this for you guys. Right, Aquarius, have you thought of your question? I'm just playing around with these now. Okay, so Aqua, what's coming in? Page of Wands. Okay, so Temperance. So what is happening is the Page of Wands. What's happening soon? We've got Temperance. What's delayed is the Queen of Cups. What is not happening is the Empress. So going round again. Oh, we've got Ace of Cups. Nice. Soon. Oh, okay, guys. So it's coming in soon. Don't rush off yet, though. In this position, it does say about, you know, not trying to kind of force anything, just let things unfold at their own pace, because if you start trying to influence things or hurry things along in any way, things may not turn out quite as you're hoping. So the answer is yes, soon, but you know, let things play out. We'll have a look at this Temperance card when we come back round. Okay, so delayed, Queen of Cups, we've got the Emperor. And in the no position, we've got the Empress and the Ten of Cups. Emperor and the Empress out. Okay, that's interesting. Right. So, Aquarius. There's a few cup cards here. So we've got the Queen, we've got the Ace, and we've got the 10. We've also got the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine. So for some of you, there is a good possibility that this could be something to do with a love connection. Or the cups can also talk about spirituality. So for those of you on a spiritual journey, this could be talking about you kind of your spiritual evolution. And within us, we do have our own divine Emperor and our own divine masculine and our own divine feminine within us. So this is the kind of our creative power, and how we then kind of bring it into the world and manifest it and give it shape and form. So anyway, guys, let's get started. So we've got the Four of Swords as the underlying energy. And the Four of Swords talks about recovery from some kind of pain, disappointment, loss in the past. At the Four, now you don't necessarily have to be lying in your nightie in the snow to kind of go through this. But I think it's just kind of demonstrating, you know, the kind of the level of sort of, you know, what you have to go through to kind of get to this. So at the Four, you can see she's kind of clutching this sword. So at the Four of Swords, there is a kind of a coming to terms, or a coming to peace with some kind of pain from the past. There is a new truth or some kind of new clarity that's coming in. It can also talk about a period of rest and recuperation from pain, rest and rejuvenation. But most of the time, the Four of Swords does really talk about kind of getting to grips with something that has caused us pain, some kind of loss or suffering. We have a new understanding about it, we have a new perspective about it, and from that we're then able to kind of develop a level of peace with it. So your cards then, we've got, so the answer to your question is coming in the soon position. As I've said, this talks about it is going to happen, but don't push it. It's coming in with the Temperance card. And the Temperance card, it's Sagittarian energy, if that means anything to any of you, may be relevant. But the Temperance card talks about tempering, mixing, rebalancing things. So for this to come in, there is something probably working away in the background. There is something going on that is being rebalanced. Now, Temperance comes in after the Death card. So this is very much talking about when we've been through a big transformation, or something has been through a big transformation of some description. It takes a little bit of a while to understand where all the new bits go, and how to use it and how to balance it. And this is what this Temperance energy is. So I think this is talking very much about having gone through this sort of Four of Swords energy. This is minor arcana, but I think the fact that Temperance is here, she's talking about the Death card, which is it's major arcana. So there is some kind of major transformation that you have gone through, and this is, or whatever this energy is that you're asking about, there is a real level of transformation and healing and remixing and balancing, and getting yourself sort of steady on your feet again, I guess, as it were. So it feels, it's maybe then as if this energy will come into you once this process has been completed. You don't want something coming in at you when you're a little bit kind of off kilter or off balance. So I think there is a kind of a period of finishing out, you know, getting steady on your feet, getting your training wheels off, as it were. And then once you're sort of steady and stable and temperate, or whatever this energy is that this is referring to, then the answer would be yes. Okay. So what's actually coming in for you in June, what is happening in the yes position? We've got this Page of Wands and the Ace of Cups. And the Page of Wands talks about, Wands is all about action, attraction, inspiration, you know, taking action towards that which inspires us or attracts us. So at the Page, we are kind of, there is something around us, there is something newish or something smallish that has caught our attention. We're attracted to it. It's inspiring us to take action towards it, to engage with it somehow. At the Page, it's still a fairly small energy. at the page where not as invested or not as experienced as we would be at the Queen or the King. So this is something that you're kind of picking up, having a look at, maybe getting a little bit excited about. And it's coming in with the Ace of Cups. So this is great, guys. So this is, the Ace of Cups is a brand new kind of emotional connection with something. So this could very definitely, very easily be a flirtation with a possible kind of romantic connotation, a flirtation with the capacity to kind of grow. There is an understanding here that emotionally there maybe is a connection. The Ace is the very beginning of something, but the Ace is where beginning something new that could have the capacity to grow into something like a Ten of Cups. So in June then, there is something, now if this isn't a person or romantic, then this is creative. This is a creative energy. This is kind of dabbling with a project or something that really gets the creative juices flowing. You're so excited about it. You know, this is something that has the potential to kind of fulfill you also. It's creative and it's also fulfilling. So obviously take that however it resonates in your situation. Now, what? Oh, I'm trying to. Which way should I do this? Okay, so let's go to the no position first, I guess. So, in the no position, so what isn't happening in June? And often what isn't happening ties into the delay or why something is a kind of a soon. So what isn't happening in June? We've got the Empress and we've got the Ten of Cups. And the Ten of Cups talks about, this is kind of the end. So this is at the Ace of Cups, this would be the destination. It would be the Ten of Cups. And the Ten of Cups talks about emotional fulfillment. But this is with other people. At the 9, this is something that we're doing for ourselves. But at the 10, there are other people involved in this. So in June, any emotional fulfillment that you have is not really going to be dependent on other people. If this is something that, you know, creatively, if this is like a kind of a creative or a flirtation, there's only a small level of engagement here. You're only at the Ace of Cups. So this isn't going to affect your overall emotional stability. But it's coming in with the Empress, and the Empress is the divine feminine card. The Empress is the real sort of creative energy. She's the mother in this. Yeah, she's normally pregnant in the cards. So there is either an inability to create fully in June. As I say, this is a creative energy, but it's minor arcana and it's quite kind of small energy. The Empress is the kind of the big creative energy. So there is, I think in June, because there isn't this Ten of Cups, there isn't this big emotional connection, and there isn't this capacity to kind of create. But I guess if you're still in this and you're doing this, then this is obviously this is going to make sense. You've only got so much energy. I mean, it is pretty much, it's the same person. You're sat on a rock. You've got your 2 cups and you're mixing away. And what else you going to do? You've only got 1 pair of hands, love. So if you're trying to, if you're thinking that you may be getting kind of creative, or Or the other one is, you know, maybe coming into divine union with somebody and it's going to be romantic and awesome. I don't think you are, because looking at this. So whatever this is, it's not going to, you know, it's not going to go from Page of Wands to the Empress or the Ace of Cups to the Ten of Cups in a month. It's just not going to happen. So it's going to remain fairly kind of small, because to be honest, at the minute you got your work out for you, recovering from whatever massive transformation, whatever huge life change you've been going through. You know, you need to kind of cut yourself a break, really. Don't expect to be able to do all of this transition work and be creative and reach long-term emotional fulfillity. Is that making I'm making my own words up now. That's awesome. I'll have to write that one down. Fulfillment. Oh no, don't give me the giggles. Fulfillment or stability, not fulfillity. You know, you're not going to be able to do both, guys, are you? So moving swiftly on from my new word. So in the delayed position, we've got the Emperor, and we've got the Queen of Cups. So in the delay position, the delay is normally because you're kind of waiting for something else to happen. Just having a look at the other cards. The Emperor talks about is that what the Empress creates. The Emperor then kind of grounds into existence. So if you think about it internally, the Empress is our creativity, and what we then do is when we kind of bring it into the real world, when we manifest it, however we bring it in, we have to give it rules and regulations and structure and form and boundaries to make it real, to make it concrete. So whatever the Empress creates, the Emperor then kind of gives form to, really. So if we're not creating, then obviously we don't have anything to kind of give structure to. If we're not connecting in a group environment, then, you know, we don't have people to nurture. So this energy of giving form and structure maybe to our emotions, or giving form and structure to becoming some kind of divine counterpart, or a romantic partner of some description, or really kind of emotionally stable, or nurture, is going to take a hit. You know, it's going to be delayed. It's going to be delayed while we do this, because until we've done this, we can't do this, and until we've done this, we can't do that. So, Aquarius. I hope this makes sense. So there is really something that's going to kind of get you up off your ass under your tree. Stop playing with your flute and pay attention to me. That's coming in for you. This really beautiful energy. You know, a little bit flirtatious, a little bit creative. Something that emotionally is really going to jive with you. But you're actually you're still in quite a big process. You're in the middle of something quite big still, healing from something that's happened before. So don't expect to be able to kind of run before you can walk. And, you know, the thing, just give yourself a bit of a break. Let yourself work through the process. If this is here, if this is around, you know, it's if this is, what's it my grandma always used to say, if it's for you, it won't goodbye you. So this is, you know, keep it at this level. If this is the level, if this is the kind of the level, you know, a little bit of interaction, a bit of a flirtation, a little bit of creativity, doing something with minimum kind of commitment, you know, then that is probably best to sort of keep it at this level for now, because you're doing some big work here, guys. Don't expect this to kind of blossom into, you know, abiding love, divine union straight away, because it's, you don't, I think you don't have the capacity for it, or the other person doesn't have the capacity for it at the moment. But if they're interested, or you're interested, you know, then this energy, it will hang around. So I guess soon is the answer to the question, but the cards do seem to be saying, you know, you're doing big things, give yourself a bit of a break, it will happen. Okay, I'm gonna leave that there, guys. If you did get something, please hit the thumbs up button. If you haven't subscribed already, it'd be great to have you on board. Catch up with your readings on your playlist if you've got the time. It's been great to do this for you guys. Thank you ever so much for tuning in. Look forward to seeing you again soon. Cheers then. Bye.